This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Samantha Lahey.
And I'm Vaughan. It's starting to look a lot like homecoming. Today's activities include free popcorn, cotton candy, and drinks outside the Sub's North Plaza. Oh, and a game of Twister on a large inflatable mat that started at 10 a.m. It's one of 3 big events hosted by TAB this week. Students contorted and stretched on top of a moving base that made it pretty funny to watch.
Other homecoming events took place yesterday, starting with spin frisbee art. Students came to the Sub to test their Jackson Pollock abstract art skills. Thorne Compton gives us his spin on the activity.
The Tech Activities Board put on a frisbee spin art event at the Sub North Plaza Wednesday. Tech students could create their own frisbees with the help of a professional artist. Michelle Feigenbaum helped the students create their frisbee spin art, and she said that is just one of the ways she uses her art to help support herself.
I do henna, I do face painting, body painting, I've done vehicles, I've done like motorcycle helmets, wall murals. I'm pretty much willing to paint anything on anything as long as it's not offensive.
Tech students can walk up and get a frisbee decorated for free. All you have to really do is stand in line.
Would you like red or black, sir?
I'll take black, actually.
Okay.
TAB has a few more events planned for the homecoming week, including inflatable Twister and a memorial service for those we lost from campus this year. Hector Aguirre is the head of the Homecoming Happenings Committee. He is in charge of creating social activities Tech students find interesting.
Events that get students involved, they get to, when they leave class, they can come do a fun activity and just enjoy their time and probably take a souvenir home with them.
For MCTV, I'm Thorne Compton.
Last night, the annual So Sing took place at the United Spirit Arena. Many talented teams from Greek and student organizations sang and danced their way to the top. Teams competed with a variety of styles from hip-hop to classic rock. The whole theme for this year's homecoming is the 90s, so there were lots of favorites from that decade. The winners were Chi Omega and Sigma Phi Epsilon with a performance based on Men in Black. Congratulations.
While the homecoming events have been pretty lighthearted so far, this evening there will be a more somber event. A Texan memorial will be held to remember Tech students, alumni, and faculty that we've lost this year. The memorial starts at 5:30 p.m. at Memorial Circle.
So with all of this homecoming fever, I want to know, will we have nice weather for the big game?
I want to know too.
We've been spoiled so far this week with the sun, and it looks like it's going to stay that way just long enough for Saturday's game.
There are a few clouds today, but overall nice, and a high of 86, with a slight chance for isolated thunderstorms along the dry line this afternoon. Unfortunately for us, chances are stronger up north toward Amarillo. Tomorrow will be clear with a high of 83. Game day on Saturday, it will be jacket weather in the morning, but warm up, maybe reaching 80s by the end of the game.
Saturday evening, we could also see scattered showers, but that should be well after the game, so the weekend looks great. Sunday, there is a chance of scattered storms, then a dip in the temperatures. Texas Tech football is currently 5-0 this season, but can they keep it going?
Paul Williamson joins us now in the Sports Center to tell us more about this week's matchup. Paul?
Coming off a huge win against Kansas on the road, the 20th ranked Red Raider football team will take on the Iowa State Cyclones Saturday morning at 11. This year, the Cyclones are struggling with just one win this season. Iowa State will try to prevent the Red Raiders from becoming bowl eligible early this season, as Tech will look for their 6th win. To do that, expect the Cyclones to try and get a running game going with Aaron Wimberly, who has almost 3 times as many rushing yards as Tech's leading rusher. Head coach Cliff Kingsbury says getting bowl eligible is very important for the program.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've expected to win every game, so the big plus to that is knowing you have those 15 extra practices with your younger guys, and I think that's what all coaches look forward to. Being bowl eligible means in December you get to practice those young guys and get them more reps.
The 15th ranked Red Raider soccer team will travel to Norman on Friday to take on the Sooners, and then will be in Waco on Sunday to face off against the Baylor Bears, who are ranked 23rd. While all eyes might be on the matchup against the Bears, head coach Tom Stone is not letting his team look past Oklahoma.
Well, I think one of the things you've seen from this team is we've been really good at thinking about the next game. And for us, it's OU away. We've played really well. I think they have one of the prettiest facilities in the country, one of the best fields in the nation. We really like playing there. And even if they get big crowds, it's just a style and a matchup that suits us. So we're thinking about OU, and we're getting our game plan ready for those guys.
The Red Raider volleyball team will look for their first conference win on the road this Saturday against TCU. The Red Raiders are coming off a 3-0 road loss against the Texas Longhorns. The NFL is entering its 6th week and both Texas teams are in action. Dallas quarterback Tony Romo is coming off a career day in which he passed for over 500 yards in a loss to Denver. The Cowboys will play Sunday night at home against the rival Redskins. The Texans will look to bounce back from an embarrassing loss to the 49ers. Quarterback Matt Schaub has broken the record for consecutive games throwing interceptions returned for touchdowns. He has won in each of his last 4 games. Houston will look to get back to 500 against the Rams on Sunday afternoon.
Thanks, Paul, and thank you for joining us for this Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
For more info, check ttuhub.net. Have a great weekend. Go Raiders!